Y'all know me. I gotta watch this Timbaland Rhythm Roulette. Apparently, I'm supposed to watch all the Rhythm Roulettes. It's supposed to be a start of a new season. So we're gonna check it out now. Yeah, I just peeped that we matching. My polo though.
Well, I don't know none of these.
So here's my early thoughts. As someone that has watched Rhythm Roulette from the very beginning, as a supporter of Mass Appeal for at least this series alone, because there's not many series that are dedicated to our craft, what we do and whatnot. This doesn't feel as authentic as the other ones. I'm just saying that it just does, the authenticity is missing.
At the studio, you saw me was blindfolded. I picked out some records, so guess what we gonna do?
Bug it, I'm gonna say it. We all know that 9 times out of 10, they already picked the record out before they, come on dog. How many times have they been in the soul section and picked out soul records and stuff like that? That's why when DJ Daha did it, and I hope I said his name right, but when he did his Rhythm Roulette, it was much better. I'm just trying to tell you, like, it was much better. Just keep it in 100. We know you didn't pick out those records blindfolded. You just made it look that way, but you're not the only person that's guilty of that.
We'll chop up some records. You see, I got 3 of them that I picked. I don't know, so I'm going through them now. Future, Islands. That look like it's cool, but I don't know if that's attractive enough.
Attractive?
Jerry Garcia. This seems like something that I want to listen to instead of sampling right away. But this right here.
Major red flag. Like, why would you already count something out before listening to it? Just listen to it. That's it. Just listen to it and let's see how it is. I already know that Timbaland can sample his ass off. I mean, he's been sampling his ass off and capping the whole entire time he's been making music. However, the man's an ASR 10 monster. That much I have to give it to him. So, you know, I'm not here to just hate on the man.
This speaks to my soul.
Okay.
This is what we're gonna get to. The revolution will not be televised. Ooh, let's see what we got here. I always throw the covers on the floor. And I keep them on the floor and I look at it and I like to just say, okay, the first one could be dope. Let me see.
A junkie walking through the twilight. I'm on my way home.
Okay.
Being a part of hip hop is so, like, for me, mind blowing to see how
I don't
far
necessarily
came with
like the
music,
sample.
how much I love it, how much I sacrifice for it. The things that when I look back now, I'm like, wow, that's a lot of work. You just gotta love it for what it is. And if you love music, you be like, hey, ain't my cup of tea, but hey, it's making that person super excited. And that's what they think music is. It's making them feel some type of way.
True.
If it make them feel some type of way, hey.
True.
I appreciate it. And once you do that,
I respect
you're
that.
always growing in this thing called music.
Might not be such a bad idea if I never went home again.
All right, let's stop it.
I'm curious to how he's gonna flap it.
I put it into Ableton.
He's gonna flip it.
I'm gonna
Flap
chop
it.
up the loop.
Flip it.
I pick this song that grabbed me at the beginning of the album. It just spoke to me in a different way. So I'm gonna get into it.
I'm trying to be nice, and just to be nice, I don't know if I even want to say it. So it threw me off that he had the metronome click, and then when you hear the metronome click, it's not on the time of the sample itself. That was kind of weird. I ain't gonna hold you on that one. That was kind of weird. He's also using Serato sample, but he could just use simpler, but I guess, you know, maybe this is a, you know, alley-oop to Serato, which they deserve alley-oops, because that's a fantastic company, in my opinion. But let's continue. Okay. don't know. Yeah, his nails are on fleek. I hate my chat, dog. I don't like y'all. Man, I don't like y'all at all, dog. How y'all gonna point out that this man's fingernails is sparkling? A man can't get manicures? Let me know in the chat if it's okay for a man to get a petty mani. How about that? Y'all on here talk about that Timbaland is a bad bitch is wild. You channeling that old Timbaland? Okay, it's not so bad. I wish he would turn off the damn metronome. That metronome is getting on my nerves.
Next chapter of
Turn off the metronome
type beats. The value of production has depreciated so much that you have to figure out other ways of making it a business and being lucrative for yourself and really figure out how to get your brand out there. I've been great at, collaborating with new up and coming producers because I saw a gift in them, and
someone collaborating with you right now wouldn't hurt. But the basics of the track, I guess the skeleton of the skeleton isn't bad though. It's nowhere near as bad as what people are trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, one thing you gotta understand about Timbaland and what stays true, he might be questionable as a businessman. However, when it comes to music, dude, he always finds something weird. I mean, I've been rocking with Timbaland since Up Jumps the Boogie. Maybe perhaps it's because in my generation, we had people that we legit looked up to, and for that reason, there was no YouTube or anything like that where you could just have a offset opinion to get as many views, as the person who created something. You know what I mean? We just respected the music for what it was because it made us dance, and we knew it was hard to get into this industry because it took not only talent but knowing the right people. So, with all due respect to Timbaland, I understand, what it be.
a lot of people beside my wing and blew them up. So I said, you know what? I want to become the Amazon of beats, a place to get recognized and really get curated and listened to, not just putting in beats, just online, wishing upon a star. Now you can still wish upon a star, but the thing is, you're getting advice from a star.
Getting advice from a star? So is that you pitching Beat Club to everybody? The sad thing about this beat, I don't think there's an artist in this generation that can make a hard record to it. Maybe a Kendrick, of course, and I'm talking about like that kind of caliber. Everybody else, they just doing what music's been doing for the last 10 years or so. Maybe the last 5 years. Maybe that. I'll give it that. 2025, I don't think music has changed at all. There's been no evolution at all in it outside of maybe one or two artists. Maybe 3, 4. And I'm just talking about music on the western side of the world, like in the United States. I know people from the UK and everywhere else has been scratching the envelope and been doing wild things for years and adding to the science of music for a long time. So y'all are not being neglected. Y'all are not being overlooked. But in terms of just music out here, it hasn't been different. in any way, shape, or form. Just people have mastered one template, one style of music, and have ran with that for a while. That's usually the ingredients. Everybody has the specific formula for music, and if you believe that you're that much different, then I challenge you to listen to everybody else's shit. And if your shit sounds exactly the same, then you in that same boat. But the beat in itself is actually decent.
There you have it. Man, thank you to Mass Appeal, Rhythm Roulette, 50th hip hop anniversary. Man, thank you. This has been an honor. I made a beat out of this record. The Revolution would not be televised, which is a masterpiece. And you know what I did? Timbo did his thing, baby. And we out.
You did a thing. You did a thing indeed. To be honest, I think it was a decent cook-up. I'm not saying that because we have matching attire. I didn't notice. This is the first time I see it. I swear I wasn't trying to be like this man. And, you know, outside of the obvious things that almost every single person that has attended the Rhythm Roulette bullshit, they already have the records that they're going to sample. They already know what it is and all this other stuff. It's always been obvious because he didn't dive into the other things. So I'm a little disappointed he didn't try to dive into the other records, because I think when you go on the Rhythm Roulette and you are who you say you are, you know, you would do a little bit more, in my opinion. So I can see why people have had a lackluster opinion of the cook-up. And I've also heard some other things too, but, you know, we'll check them out on another video. I definitely want to hear from you guys, like how y'all feel about this Rhythm Roulette cook-up in the chat, in the comment section. Yeah, I thought it was decent. If I was going to rate it, I rate it, a 5 out of 10. I rated a 5 out of 10. I feel comfortable with that score.